everybody? Bulldog Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry there was no video yesterday. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Didn't overindulge or try to hurt yourself. Me and the family had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. It was hot. It was humid, but still enjoyable. So, I've had a lot on my mind on what I wanted to do for the next series of videos, and nothing really has come to mind on anything that's really in particular. But what I want to do, what I want to talk about is talk about a real life experience that just happened yesterday. And we'll get into kind of the logistics about this too. But yesterday I loaded, got my normal load, started cruising down towards Oklahoma, down to where I deliver in Norman, and so it was progressively getting close. I was actually getting closer to delivery when I started noticing a change in the way the trailer was tracking and sitting and a bunch of other things. I actually thought I was having a catastrophic failure in my braking system, or a hub seal going out or something, because I started smoking from my left rear tires on the trailer. And so I'm looking, I'm watching, and I look over my right hand mirror and I notice that my trailer is actually leaning really good to the right and sagging on the springs, because I didn't have an air ride trailer. It was sagging on the springs on the right hand side, which was causing an off balance, causing my left tires to skip and smoke. So what had happened is my load, though it was secure with straps, and the company I pick up from, they put what I call cribbage, which is supposed to assist holding the load in place, so it doesn't decide it's going to slide around in the trailer when I make corners and when I got to make normal day-to-day driving going down the interstate. But what had happened is one of these dunnage, the only dunnage that I could find, or cribbage, whatever you want to call it, broke free, causing 4 pallets, equaling probably, I would say, about 10,000 pounds, give or take, to move to the right-hand side of the trailer. Now, most people would be like, "Oh, I can make it all the way into where I'm going," da 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 da. But that causes unnecessary wear and tear on your tires, and can cause a failure on your tires. So what I did is I pulled off tried to pull off at the safest location I could on the shoulder to check my load, because it's an unsealed load. It's a protection. I call them protection loads because I provide my own security for the load, which is usually just a padlock. They're not a high profile, high impact load on security purposes, but I still protect the load by putting a padlock on it. So load to be able to be moved on its own. Just the vibration of the road and the pitch and the yaw that I have to deal with going down the interstate allowed 5 pallets of product to move over to one side. Now, the one pallet was by itself, and I left it alone. But the 4 pallets that were end to end slid all the way over and back a little bit, causing an overweight situation on my tandems on the trailer. So I had to wait until my road rescue from my company came to help me bring a forklift and a pallet jack so we could rearrange the load to where it could safely continue down the highway. Now, we went over my tires. We made sure that, there wasn't going to be a failure, causing any more issues going down the road. Got a hold of the powers to be, as I call them, in dispatch and in the trailer maintenance and all that, and let them know, hey, when this trailer is empty, it needs to be snagged onto by our driver that goes around local and take it to go have repairs done, because there is an issue with the spring ride system. Non-air ride trailer, which is a newer trailer, not having air ride is not something that we're used to anymore. Usually about every trailer that we drag at the company I work for is an air ride trailer. This one being a spring ride, it's going to get pulled out of service, even though it just passed its annual DOT inspection, and it also passed a preventive maintenance. How it passed, I don't know, but it did, because I would have red flagged it immediately if I would have known that there was something wrong with this trailer. So this gets into what I've already talked about, doing pre-trips. Always pre-trip your trailer. It's always good to do mid-trip inspection. I call it mid-shift inspection. About most of the way through your day, you stop, you inspect your trailer, your tires, your lines, your lights, and if you have access to check your load, check your load. Which blame was relieved off of me, being that I had taken pictures of the load and sent them to my dispatch to let them know, hey, that we have an issue with this load, this is what's up, this is why, and show proof that I'm not at fault for the load shifting. I did my part, the shipper failed to do their part. So they had a failure on what they were supposed to do, and not enough of what they were supposed to do, causing load securement not to be safe. Also causing a lot of headache and a lot of delay in getting back up to get loaded today, to get back down there today, get back down to Norman on my normal schedule. So what I want to talk about a little bit, because I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, is load securement. It's very simple, it's common sense. And like I said, that's what most of these videos are about, it's common sense. But somebody needs to hear and understand you need to do these kinds of things. So, and I've been known to just skip a step in the past. Here recently, me trying to do better and show people that watch my videos that I actually do these things. And one of the things is checking your load, actually physically getting in your trailer after it's been loaded. You can close one door so you have a brace to hold on to get up and down the trailer. Is actually physically looking at your load when you're doing your load securement. And if you see anything that is out of the norm, something offset too far, something not, whatever the reason, let the shipper know. Hey, something's not right about this load. Can we rework it and get it fixed? Because sometimes shippers will get rushed and they'll forget steps themselves. And if you can catch it early enough, you can save situations like what I just had yesterday. I spent 2.5 hours in my trailer moving product around to where it can be safely hauled down the interstate and continue on to its destination. Me and our road rescue guy. Now, we're both feeling it today because we both have injuries from prior stuff that happened in our lives. He's feeling it, I'm feeling it, but we did our part to make sure that we were safe to continue this load. If not, it would have been a complete tear down and reload on a different trailer, so this trailer can go and have required repairs done. But get in there, look at your load, see how it is loaded. If it looks like it is actually loaded to one side more than it should be, you have all right to go back in and say, hey, this, and take a picture. Take a picture of what the load looks like. And go back in and say, hey, this isn't going to work. Can we get this reworked? Can we, make this a little bit more safer? Can we move everything center over the center beams? Can we add some extra cribbage? You got dunnage that I can use to put in beside these so they don't move around, so you don't run into issues like this. Every load is going to have a break point. Every load is not 100% secure. Even though it looks like it's 100% secure, every load is not 100% secure. It's just a fact of life. You can have a failure in your load locks, load straps, T-bars. The T-bars are the bars that actually lock into your sidewalls if you have that system. You're going to have a failure somewhere in some time. Even when you're in your personal vehicle and you're towing a trailer, you've got a payload in the bed of a pickup truck. There's going to be a failure with that load. You're going to have to stop, fix whatever, and then you can continue on so you're safely traveling down the highways, byways, back roads, and interstate system. I don't care who you are and how good or how long you've been doing whatever, you're going to have a failure on these on any kind of load. Case in point, when I used to pull a reefer unit, I used to travel from California to the Midwest with products and goods and vegetables and stuff like that. We would airbag and load lock our loads, and it did not matter how good the airbagging was, how good the load locking was. A box, a tray would usually move, and this is what saran wrap, the saran wrapped around them. Corner blocks, keyed right, stacked straight, made sure everything was square, and something moved on the load. 9 times out of 10, it causes a rejection on a refrigerated load like that. Loads like what I'm hauling, there's no rejection. They take the product, and if there's any broken product or whatever, you know, it always falls back on the shipper and the manufacturer. I'll explain why. The product that I haul goes to a plant, so they don't have to manufacture it themselves. They buy the product from another manufacturer. We haul it to them, goods and services to them. Then they take the product. They do their test to make sure that the product's good. They don't care if the load moved around or not. They are going to accept that product because they will have a failure. Even if the quality control person did their checks like they're supposed to. So stuff like that usually falls back on the manufacturer and the shipper, where we pick up from to take to the next person. So those are things I always want to watch out for. Flatbed pullers and haulers, they're scrutinized the most because they've got an open air load, even though it's tarred, strapped, chained, boomed, all that. They constantly have to stay on top of their load to make sure that it doesn't move, doesn't cause a catastrophic failure. So they're constantly checking their binders, their straps, their tarp, their bungees, everything, right on top of that. Because if they have a load failure and it shifts or it moves and it falls off the trailer, they're 100% at fault. Because they have to physically strap and bound and bind these loads to their trailers to keep them from falling off. Me pulling a dry van, or back in the past when I pulled a reefer, loads can move around. The only thing is I would get charged back for any kind of damaged product. So every day when you load, you unload, and every day when you load and you stop, you check your load, you check over your trailer, check over securement, all that, the best you can. And that's the only way we're going to be able to go down the road, save product, and have a safe drive. So, getting ready to pull into here into Joplin and do my fuel. So I'm going to close with want to welcome all new subscribers to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this is the first video you see, like what you see, hit that subscribe button, bell notification, give it a like, give it a share. You know, somebody you know might need to see this video. Give me a comment, tell me how your day's going, how your week's going, or just say hi. 24, 48 hours, and I usually get back with y'all and give you a response. So, catch you guys on the flip. Safe travels, y'all, and I'll probably wait till Thursday to do another video. So, we'll try to see you on Thursday.